How's it going, guys? It's K Cars, and today, of course, we are back with another Jeep video. So today we're actually going to be heading to AutoZone to pick up a few little things for the Jeep. So first of all, we're going to be replacing the light bulbs that go underneath this little gear shift indicator, as well as the four-wheel drive indicator. So whenever you have the Jeep turned on, and if the headlights are also on, then the light bulbs underneath the gear shifter indicator and the four-wheel drive indicator, those are supposed to be illuminated. So mine do not light up. That's why I want to go ahead and replace the bulbs and see if that helps. Because, for example, if I'm driving at night, there's no actual gear indicator on the dash right here, so there's no way to actually tell which gear I'm in without actually looking right over here. As you can see, it's in park right now, so there's a little red dot next to the P. That's the only way to know which gear you're in. Basically what I've been doing if I'm driving at night, and since this does not illuminate for me, I just have to know how many clicks it goes down, and then I know if it's in drive or reverse. So that's basically what I've been doing, but it would be useful to have that actually illuminated so I can just be sure. And also same thing with the four-wheel drive indicator. So what I'm going to do first is actually just take the light bulbs out, just so I can take them into the store with me and see if I can get a direct replacement. All right, so this shouldn't be too difficult. I believe all you have to do is just pull up right here. It'll pop right out. There we go. We don't have to take it completely off, but I believe the bulb is right underneath here, I think. Don't want to be too rough with this, but if you guys can see that, it's this little black part, I think. Should just be able to turn and pull it out, maybe. All right, took a while, but there's these little tabs on the side. I think you just have to push those, then it'll eventually just pop out. So right here is the light bulb. This is what I'm going to be replacing. So see if I can do this without actually breaking it. All right, so that wasn't too bad. So we're going to be taking this into the store with us and just getting a direct replacement. Going to do the same thing with the four-wheel drive lever right over here. Just going to put this back into place first. All right, so we got that back in. Now we're going to be taking off the four-wheel drive shifter here. All right, so we have better access to this one here. It's a little bit easier, but same process. You can see there's these little two tabs that we have to pull, and then it should come right out. I might just completely take this off to give us some more room. All right, so now we have the bulb. We can take this out. All right, so we have the two bulbs here. They look like they are the same. Let's see. Yeah, I think they're the same. One of the comments on my previous videos, whenever I mentioned that I was having this problem, they told me that those actual replacement lights they're like the 194 lights. So I'm pretty sure AutoZone does have those in stock. Shouldn't be too difficult to find those. So let's go ahead and get on the road and head to AutoZone and get those replacement light bulbs, as well as a few different things that we're going to be doing to the Jeep later on. So if you listen closely, you might be able to hear, as soon as I let off the gas, it kind of gives me some kind of vibrations from the driveline. It's probably not coming out on camera, but at higher speeds, if I let off the gas, like I'm on the gas now, just let off. Yeah, you probably can't hear it. You can barely notice it while you're driving too, but yeah, the slip vehicle eliminator is supposed to help that. So it's really not too severe in my Jeep right here, in my case. but I definitely do want to get that fixed just to prevent future issues. All right, guys, so we got the bulbs. These are actually LEDs, so it's going to be a little bit of an upgrade here. These were just a little bit over 20 bucks, so we're going to install these in and see if they work. So these are, like I said, the 194 bulb, and these are LEDs. All right, let's open these up. All right, let's go ahead and start with the four-wheel drive lever here. Go ahead and install that right in there. All right, so now I'm just gonna test it out and see if it actually works. All right, let's flip it around, see if that helps. There we go. All right, so one thing to know about LEDs is that they are directional. So if it doesn't work one way, just put it in the other way, just like I did, and then you should be all good. So we can go ahead and put this back inside, and then put the bezel back on as well. All right, got that in. Just make sure everything looks good down here. I'm not pinching any wires or anything. Should be good to go. All right, that was simple enough. Now we can go ahead and move on to the gear shifter. All right, so here's our wire. Go ahead and turn on the lights. All right, there we go. So that worked as well. Now we can go ahead and put this back into. All right, looks like we're all set. All right, so now let me go ahead and show you guys what it actually looks like when it's illuminated. It's probably not going to be too noticeable since it's daytime right now, but at night it will make a pretty big difference. So we can turn on the lights. Wow, that looks a lot better, especially because they're LEDs. It kind of makes it look blue right here. That looks actually pretty cool. I'm actually pretty impressed by that. I'm not, like, it's just light bulbs, but it definitely adds a lot more to the Jeep. I'm going to say that. Yeah, it definitely looks a lot better. Going to be a lot easier to see, you know, which gear I'm in, if I'm in four-wheel drive and all that. So yeah, that looks really good. All right, guys, so we're currently in a little bit of a darker spot here in the parking garage. And look how much of a difference this made. You can see right away, like all of these lights right here, all the lights on the dash, and everywhere else, like even these lights, these aren't LEDs. Like you can easily tell that these were upgraded to LED lights. I think it looks really good, but yeah, you can definitely tell, like, put it in reverse, you can easily see our drive. Yeah, it's a lot easier to tell right now. Same thing with the four-wheel drive. Put it in a four-wheel drive. You can see where it is, but it doesn't like change the color or anything. Put it back down. So the 2 high always stays green, and then 4 high, neutral, 4 low, those stay orange, but it is still a lot easier to see. And now right here, I told you guys in the beginning of the video, whichever gear you're in, that's where the red dot is. So you can see I'm in park right now because the red dot is right there. So overall, I think it was a huge upgrade over stock. Of course, my stock bulbs were no longer illuminating at all, so it was a huge upgrade for me. I highly recommend going with these LED light bulbs. It might be a little bit distracting when you're driving in, like, actually at night, just because there's a lot of light coming from these bulbs right now, but it will be a lot easier to see, like I said already. So a little bit over 20 bucks for this upgrade. I think it's definitely worth it. Of course, a little bit expensive just for tiny light bulbs, but oh well. And like I said, these are 194 bulbs, so that's what you need if you are replacing these right here. I know this was a pretty short video, pretty simple install, really easy to do. Hope you guys were able to follow along. Something else that I am planning to do to this Jeep is do a whole paint correction, as well as like, you know, prepping the surface, polishing, compounding, all that fancy stuff. I'm basically going to be doing everything that I did to the Challenger whenever I ceramic coated it, except we're not going to be actually ceramic coating the Jeep because the paint on this thing isn't the greatest. There's a bunch of rock chips. If we actually went into ceramic coat it, then it probably would be best to just repaint the whole Jeep first to get actual good paint, because right now I do have a good amount of rock chips in this thing that I've just touched up here and there, so it's definitely not going to be looking good or looking good enough, like good enough to ceramic coat it. But I do think it will look a lot better after, you know, claying, compounding, and polishing. If you guys haven't seen my ceramic coating tutorial on the Challenger, definitely check that out. I did that a little bit under a year ago, so you should be able to find it on my channel pretty easily. So like I said, we're going to be pretty much following that whole process except for the last step, which is ceramic coating. So we're not going to be doing that. We're just going to be doing the first few steps in that video to the Jeep. Now the products that we're going to be using for this is just the leftover Adams Polishes products that I have from whenever I ceramic coated the Challenger. I don't have any more clay bars, so I'm going to have to pick one of those up in order to actually clay the Jeep and get a good surface to actually compound and polish it. But yeah, that's the only thing I still need. I have their detail spray, their compound, polish. I'm probably forgetting something, but I think that might be it. I do have a few more things that I might use, but yeah, that's what I'm planning for this Jeep, just to make the paint look really shiny and glossy, and it will be looking pretty good, I'm hoping. With the Challenger, it made a pretty big difference right after I clayed it, just because I did that right after it had a bunch of water spots that were really hard to get off. It took me a while to actually clay those off, so hoping the Jeep won't be as bad, but we'll see. We'll find out when I actually do it. Something else that I want to do is actually remove the dealership sticker off of the back of the Jeep. So let me get out and show you guys what I mean here. So right there you can kind of see the old dealership. It says Schaefer Ford Jeep, Cumberland, Maryland. So it's already kind of faded. I'm not really sure how I could get that off. It's kind of just like etched in there. It's not really like adhesive or anything. Yeah, it really kind of just looks etched in there. So I'm not really sure what I would do to get that off. I know one of my friends recommended 3M eraser wheel, but it's hard to tell if that would actually work because of how etched in it is. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated if I find a solution for this or not. Then also just a quick update on the slip yoke eliminator that I am getting for this Jeep. I already placed the order with the shop that's going to do the install, and I haven't heard anything back yet. It's been about 2 weeks, I think, so hopefully sometime soon he'll get back to me and we can actually schedule a time to bring it in and get it installed. So that's where we're at right now. Just so you guys know, I did get the Advanced Adapters slip yoke eliminator kit with a brand new Tom Woods CV drive shaft. I am planning on making a whole separate video about like if you need a slip yoke eliminator and what they actually do and how they work, as well as like with the CV drive shaft, how that works and stuff like that. So make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss those videos. And of course I will be doing a review after I get the slip yoke eliminator kit installed to see if it made a difference. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are enjoying all the Jeep content. So I know I've been doing a lot of like tutorials and how-to videos on the channel recently, especially with the Jeep. I am planning on doing like more adventurous type videos, like do some off-roading and exploring. There is like an abandoned coal town near me, so I am planning on going and exploring that place with the Jeep. I think it would be pretty cool to make that into a whole video for you guys. So if you guys want to see that or just more off-roading, definitely let me know as well. If you have any questions or any video suggestions for videos you'd like to see in the future, make sure to drop those down in the comments below. And if you guys liked this video or found it entertaining, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.